at Chick-fil-A they do this thing where they want you to be better, so they have little exercises. And one of my manager, she told me that she wanted to do this thing, like, what did I do well this week, what can I do better, and things like that. So it reminded me of what I'm gonna shoot today, which is my two strengths and a weakness in my own personal self. And I think that by doing this, you kind of discover like what you need to work on in yourself and making things intentional. Because the thing about it is, a lot of people want to see a change, but they don't know where to start. So I'll explain my strengths, two of my strengths, and one of my weaknesses. And I'm not gonna put like things like, oh, I communicate well, like I would put on my resume or something like that. I'm gonna be honest and open with y'all. My first strength, honestly, is like being creativity. Sorry. And the reason I say this is not just because of the fact that I'm like creative in a workplace. I'm creative all around. So I'm always looking to create something. As a matter of fact, like I even try to make my time when I'm studying more creative than like the average person. I enjoy being the person to give out these creative ideas. I like having the visual vibe to it. Like I literally have songs that I have written, and then I made like little music video, like the outline of it, the scene, outfit, what's happening in the music video, things like that. I'm just that kind of person. Some people don't think to ever do that, but it'd be something they're interested in. My second strength, honestly, is probably going to have to be peacemaking. Sorry. Oh my gosh, what's with me in these words? Okay. Peacemaking is my second strength, and I say this because, oh hello older guy, I say this because of the fact that when there's an argument, I often see both sides of the argument. So I'm like, I can see her side, I can see how she's feeling, and I heavily believe in everything is not one person. So even if this person is 99% wrong and this person 99% right, I could care less, own up to your 1%. My dad often says that, like, even if this person was so wrong, if you did something wrong as well, then, I mean, you gotta apologize for your part, especially if you expect somebody else to apologize. So, sorry, turn on the fan. So I basically am always looking to seek peace. Well, let me just say I'm always looking to reserve that peace. My dad and my sister often argue about something. And I mean, it's not like the harsh arguments. They're just like over crazy things. Like, for example, my sister is the type of person that explains why she deserves something. So she wants to drive 1/3 of the way out of town, or maybe like up to a certain point out of town. It's like 45 minutes to an hour. She wants to drive up to one of those and then have my dad switch and drive the rest, and he says no. And so she's the type of person who tries to explain it, but there are times where they like misunderstand each other while she's explaining her part or whatever. He's explaining his side and like he's saying no, or he's against whatever she's saying. And I'm the type of person that's like, hey, wait, just a minute. She's trying to say this and the other, and you're trying to say this and the other. Both of you all just need to hear each other, get on a deeper level of understanding. And a lot of times when people take the time out to stop and listen and open their hearts to accepting what the other person has to say, they often do that thing. They're like, oh yeah, I guess I can see what you're saying, and then it's like problem solved. So I think that's a heavy strength that I do have, and I'm proud of having. As for my weakness, not gonna lie to you, I'm the type of person that are like, I tell you like, yo, no, don't do that, and I turn around and do the same thing. And it only happens with one thing, to be honest, and that's when emotions and feelings are involved. So for example, my friend, her and I've been friends for a long time. So the thing about it is, when she has a boyfriend and there's a problem or whatever, she asks for advice, and I give her that advice, and I'm like, certain things I'll be like, no, this is just unacceptable. Like, I literally and 100% that person that's gonna be like, I'll let you know whether this is okay or not. Because if he's ever telling you what you can and can't do, or trying to check up on you to make sure you're in a location, a specific location, or basically he just like tells you one thing and then turn around and goes back on his word on purpose. Like, there are things I just would not put up with. Well, I tell her, like, we don't put up with that. But then it's, at the same time, the reason why I say my weakness is this, like, kind of hypocrisy, because of the fact that when it's somebody else, it's so easy to overlook, like, emotions and stuff like that. Like, I understand your feelings are involved, but just don't do it. Like, you keep telling the person and they're like, okay, but they never take that advice. Well, it's easy for us to get mad when we're not the ones that are in the predicament. We're not the ones that are feeling any kind of feelings towards the person, and we're the ones we're the ones thinking logically. But when emotions are involved, logic goes out the window pretty much. And so I feel this because of the fact that I look at myself sometimes and I'm like, well, for years you dated, I mean, not really dated, but you were with somebody who was a jerk to you, a jerk to a lot of people actually, and you claimed all this, like, you didn't like him anymore. Like, when I can't say hated, because that's not no. Anyways, but you did not like the person. You were tired of the person. You were annoyed with the person. This and the other. You never let him back in. And the thing about it is, I look at myself now. Like, last week on Tuesday, I believe, I unblocked him. Why would I do that, you might ask? Well, we work in the same place technically, so he kind of, like, when my sister would come, he kind of like approached her, or had her approach him, and was like, can you tell her to unblock me, this and the other things that sort. And then he was like, oh, I graduate this Thursday, things like that. So I let it be or whatever. And at first I just, like, I unblocked him, and then I said, I'll keep you unblocked until Thursday. Then I couldn't do it. I literally was like, no. Like, I had unblocked him and everything, but I told my sister, I'm like, I can't do it, honey. Like, this is just a lot. But then I was like, maybe I can get something out of it. I do not trust this person with my heart at all. In my life at this very moment, I am in a state where I need physical comfort. So just, like, being hugged and cuddled, all of that stuff kind of seems more, like, vibrant to me. Like, they seem interesting. They seem super colorful in the dark world. Like, that's how it feels for me. So I'm like, maybe I can use him for that. But then again, this person is very much unreliable, and I feel, like, super duper bad about, like, using, because I don't want to use him at all, and then have this person thinking one thing, and then because of the fact that I know that he hurt me and I don't trust him to, like, he kept hurting me, so I don't trust him to, you know, not hurt me anymore. But that doesn't mean I should try to hurt him, and that's the issue. That's why I'm, like, kind of hesitant to even make a move. And I'm like, yesterday I was thinking, I was, like, waiting to go to work, and so I was listening to some of the songs that I wrote about, like, the boys. Listening to those songs, whatever, it just kind of reminded me, like, with this guy here, we literally go in circles and circles and circles and circles. But the weakness part about it is the fact that when I actually am weak / vulnerable or whatever, and I feel like I need comfort, I seek it from the person who I know is good at doing that, but he's still unavailable, emotionally unavailable, like physically unavailable, like just so much. But I'm at this point, like, I'm like, well, and I feel so bad when I say this, but I'm done pretty much needing, I don't need anything else from you. If you aren't gonna be good at doing this part here, this comfort part here, then there's literally nothing else I need or I want from you. And so, like, I'm just gonna drop the person like a hat again. Okay, so I share with you all, oh my gosh, my voice. Okay, so I share with you all the 2 strengths and 1 weakness. I feel like now that I'm doing my reflection, I feel like my weakness really outweighs everything else. Like, we gotta get rid of that. And so now I'm going to, with me now seeing my weakness, I'm going to go to ChatGPT and use one of my strengths to help me overcome the weakness. Okay, so I went to ChatGPT and I basically explained my weakness, and then I explained that my strength is creativity. I asked ChatGPT to help me overcome my weakness by using my strength. And these are the 3 things that I took down, like the suggestions that they gave. These are the 3 that I took down. The first one was write a letter to, write a letter is the first one, first of all, but instead of to him, to her, as in yourself, myself. I actually kind of like this one where it says letters to her, and be firm but kind. Basically praise yourself, and basically explain that we're not going back to this person here, because we both know that he's bad. Remind yourself of all the negative things that he's done before. And the next one was make a character based on him but finish her story. So pretty much making a character, like writing a scene. I love writing. First of all, I love writing so much. I like screenwriting and I like being an author. So make a character based on him, but instead of her going back to him and changing him, let him stay the jerk he is and have her character walk away and never look back, even if it's just a one shot. I think that's really cool, so I might try that one too. This one though, this third one, is the one that I'm gonna try first because I love the idea and it's all me, 100%. So it's create a backslide playlist. A backslide playlist, album, or vision board. And instead of punishing yourself, pretty much you're going to make art about it. Every time you go back, every time you get hurt, like all of these different things, add something to this particular, whether album, playlist, or vision board. If you're the type that likes to write music like I do, create a album title, and for every song that you write based on how this experience went, add it to that album. Then you can later on go back and look through the songs and listen to the songs to remind yourself that this person is toxic, and which we talked about way too often. So I want to encourage you all to try this method. It was a very different kind of aesthetic for me. Definitely opened my eyes to do a lot more and to see a lot more. And with that being said, I think that this is the end of that video. But I definitely encourage you all to go and do this and try this out. It's really cool. I like it, and I look forward to updating you all on this. My vibes are like horrible. Like, oh my gosh. Bye everyone.